Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend, and welcome to another edition of the Fat and Black Connection Podmas, Night 10. It is December 10th, 2024. I am live, as a matter of fact. It is 8:02 p.m. on the Pacific Coast, left coast. Really quickly, just got to share. Didn't talk about this last night, kind of forgot. But had an earthquake yesterday, so that was fun and exciting. 5.8 was what they originally called it, scaled it down to a 5.5, but still was fun up here in Carson. I was on the third floor of a three-story building, so we were rocking and rolling. It was good times. But what are we here to do? Well, so Podmas, we do every year where we decide, for the 24 days leading up to Christmas, we're going to do a kind of a mini episode to talk about something. In the past, we've done episodes on, our favorite Christmas tradition, our favorite Christmas foods or holiday foods, or, favorite holiday songs, whatever. This year, we decided to do something a little different. James is doing beer advent calendar, and I am doing whiskeys of the world, whiskey tour of the world. Sorry. It's a nice box set. I picked it up at Costco, and it's got 24 different whiskeys from around the world, and we've been trying them every night. And so far, still my favorite is Night 2, Nick Nean. And tonight I'll be drinking something a little different. So the majority of the whiskeys that we've tried so far have been primarily in Europe. We had an Australian, we had a Canadian. Tonight, I'm actually a little bit excited for this one, just based on the logo on the bottle. It looks cool. And it is, let me bring it up for you, Indri, Indri, Indri. This is from Piccadily Distillery out of India. So, yeah, looks kind of interesting. So, of course, you have it on screen there, and I have my handy dandy guidebook. So let's take a look. Indri single malt, 46 alcohol by volume. Piccadilly is the largest independent manufacturer and seller of malt spirits in the country. The distillery is set in a quaint village named Indri, nestled near the Himalayan foothills. Sustainable thinking. Piccadilly Distilleries is committed to sustainable practices, operating on 100% renewable energy and aligning its practices with eco-conscious principles. Well, good for you. Let's take a look at some of the awards they've won. So over here we see the Indri Triple Cask. At the helm of Piccadilly Distilleries is Indri, a one-of-a-kind single malt made in India. Having won more than 14 global awards so far, Indri has put India on the world map of premium single malts. This whiskey is meticulously handcrafted from the classic six-row Indian barley, paying tribute to centuries of barley growing tradition in Rajasthan. This smooth single malt carries a deep amber color and notes of caramelized pineapple, vanilla, black tea, raisin, honey, and a long aftertaste of sweet, fruity flavors. Okay. So some of the awards: platinum at the 2022 Las Vegas Global Spirits Award, 91 points from IWSC in 2022. Gold 2022 International Spirits Challenge, Gold 2022 International Whiskey Competition, 94 points 2022 Whiskey Advocate, and category winner in 2022 World Whiskey Awards. So a good amount of whiskey awards for this one. Indri from Piccadilly Distillery. Let's check out the tasting notes. So on the nose, light in style with a rich backbone of malt whiskey, cereal notes, and a sweet softness. Now, this is not the first one we've seen with cereal notes. I don't know what that means because there's so many different types of cereal out there. Is it just your standard Cheerio, cornflakes, bran flakes? I don't know. Palate: caramelized pineapple, vanilla, black tea, raisins, and honey. Finish: long aftertaste of sweet, fruity flavors and a hint of spice. So this sounds quite delicious, frankly. So let's crack it open and see what it smells like coming out of the bottle. Sweet, subtle, and of course, out of the whiskey tour of the world glass, we'll pour a little over half in Again, this is a 50 mil. Save some for later. And on the bottle, it says Indri Single Malt Indian Whiskey. Uh, Non-chill filtered, no added color. Indri in Sanskrit refers to the five senses, or Indriya: smell, taste, touch, sight, and sound. 46% alcohol by volume, 50 mil, 92 proof. Product of India. Oh no! Lost the lid. All right. So that's what happens when you do these live. Sometimes stuff just goes flying. So now that we've opened it up, had it, and given it a moment to breathe, we're going to get in there and give it a good sniffer. It's very relaxing. Um, there are subtle. I'm getting some subtle like cereal, and I do think it's like cornflakes. Maybe is what they meant. Yeah, it's not hitting the nose hard, which is nice. It doesn't sting. Well, let's give it a sip. I don't know how I feel about this. It's very sweet on the tip of the tongue. Um, a little smoothness, but on the very back end, it hits a little hard. Um, I'm definitely picking up again the sweetness at the nose. I'm not picking up pineapple, vanilla. I do get honey. I will agree with that, and maybe raisins. Um, and then the finish, long aftertaste of sweet, fruity flavor. Let me try that again. Yeah, it is pretty sweet throughout. Yeah, I definitely I dig it. It is not my favorite. It is not as smooth as I would like, especially with as sweet as it is. I would expect it to be a little bit softer, a little bit gentler on the esophagus. So, um, but for my first ever India whiskey, it's good. I definitely would say this is probably in my top side. So we're through 10 days so far. I would put this in my top five, not my bottom five. We got Dave Edwards checking in. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. We are live today. We don't always do these live. And we will be live tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific, doing our normal Fat and Black Connection show, where we will also do our Podmas, except we will do it together. And then we will release that separately as well. But you are welcome to join us at 8 p.m. Wednesday nights for Fat and Black Connection, where we talk about anything and everything as long as it's interesting to us. A lot of the stuff we talk about is movies, television, video games, specifically around Marvel Cinematic Universe. If it's sci-fi or comic related, we're probably going to be there talking about that. But anything is in bounds. There's nothing we don't talk about. So yeah, if you're enjoying these and you haven't, come check out a Fat Black Connection Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. On all of these same platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Yeah. So thanks for being here. Take one more sip before we go. Yeah, it's nice. Well, again, thank you. We'll be back tomorrow night, and we'll see you real soon. Maybe.